So today's video is going to be about self-forgiveness. I've tried to record this video like 4 times, and yeah, this is going to be the final take. Just by the pondering, and yeah, just had this, idea came to my mind a couple of days ago, and I know it can help somebody out there. I know it could have helped me, and it's about self-forgiveness, man. I know this is not really spoke about a lot, but the people out there that know this, they know this. And it's having that inner grace. When I talk about self-forgiveness, I'm talking about inner grace, forgiving yourself, understanding that you're human and that you're gonna make mistakes. This is easier said than done, especially if you're a person that has very big aspirations, very big goals, or you really value your identity, who you say you are as a person. And when things don't go your way, or when you may indulge in a habit that you said that you wasn't going to anymore, or you may indulge in a thing or an environment or whatever it may be, you can take it in whatever way it resonates with you. We kind of feel that guilt. We said we wasn't going to do something, but we've done it again. Man, I'm better than this. Now you're feeling shame, now you're feeling guilt about yourself. And understand that those emotions are valid, but you need to allow yourself more grace. You need to allow yourself to understand that you're human, you're going to make mistakes, and that you're not going to be perfect. And you still should have that accountability, like, yeah, I am better than this, I should be better than this, and you should hold yourself accountable. I'm not saying run away from accountability, but it's about having that inner grace, like, yeah, I should be better than this, and I will be better than this. I'm not gonna ponder, I'm not gonna let this hold me back for longer than it should. I'm gonna keep moving forward. I forgive myself, and I'm gonna move forward. And it's that inner grace, that self-forgiveness, that really allows you to understand on a spiritual level, but also you can take it in fitness. I'll give you an example. I remember I made this 21-day challenge that I was gonna do intermittent fasting every single day till 6 p.m. And on the 3rd day, I broke it around 1 p.m. I had Dixie. If you don't know what that is, it's like a fast food restaurant. So it's not the best way to even, it's kind of like a cheat meal, which is, and a person like me, it's like, man, like, I'm way better than this. What am I doing with Dixie? I started having all these emotions of, guilt and shame. Like, man, I was doing okay for 3 days, and now all of a sudden I'm eating Dixie, man, like on the couch, or like, come on, man. And I chose not to internalize it. I chose to embrace the experience and embrace the food too. Like, yeah, it was actually a very good meal, and I needed that. And I'm not sorry for that. I'm gonna hold myself accountable, but I'm not gonna internalize one experience. I'm not gonna internalize, this moment and keep me from moving forward. I could easily be like, I'm done with this challenge, I'm just gonna eat whatever I want. But I said, it was only one day. Tomorrow's a new day. I'm probably gonna just fast for the whole day just to make it up. I'm gonna hold myself accountable, and I'm gonna give myself more grace. Now, this is from a fitness point of view, but you can take this perspective to any aspect of life. Just having that self-forgiveness, that inner grace, knowing that you're human, knowing that you're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna fall, and allowing yourself to be more kind to yourself. We don't need that inner turmoil. We don't need to have that negative inner dialogue that are only going to bring negative experiences and more negative, emotions to our lives. But instead, what we can do is go through the phases, go through the ups and downs, mostly the downs, and allowing ourselves to have more grace. And once you do that, you can actually break into a different timeline, you know? Because if you would have stayed with the negative emotions, you probably would have been in another timeline where you're going through negative experiences, you're going through negative emotions, and it's because it always gets reflected back to you. But instead, if you choose to switch timelines and give yourself inner grace and forgive yourself, you're able to go to a timeline where you have grace in your life, you're humble, you have humility in your life, and you're more happier, there's more joy. There's a slate that is a wipe slate. I think that's what they call it. I don't know, but the slate is wiped clean, and you're afresh. It's just that, again, it's that mental decision, inner grace, man.